We're taking a trip back to the prequels when lightsabers worked like lightsabers. I'm looking at you, Disney. Looking at you.
Whatever happened?
This is the 89sabers Anakin Skywalker lightsaber from CCSabers. Let's get at it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. So yeah, we're taking a trip back to the prequel days when lightsabers worked like lightsabers. Do you remember that? When they would slice and dice and cut through things?
All right, I get the picture.
Do any of you remember back in A New Hope when Obi-Wan and Luke were in the cantina and Obi-Wan just, without even thinking, just takes his lightsaber and goes, pshoom, 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 and it slices this guy up right in the middle of the cantina, and everyone just goes about their day. Lightsabers were so cool back then. But anyway, let's get into this one because it so looks like Darth Vader's lightsaber. This is, let's say, 1.0 Darth Vader. This is Anakin's lightsaber that he was using, and it's very much what turns out to be Vader's sabers down the line. Now, I'm excited to take a look at this one because I haven't looked at a episode 2 Anakin lightsaber since I reviewed the Xeno V2 version, which was quite some time ago. But I really do like this lightsaber just overall. Outside of this way too big control box that really is in the way. They could have made this half the size and it still would have been great. But I'm really excited to take a look at the 89sabers version because I just absolutely adore 89sabers. They feel great, they sound great, they look super accurate. Now I want to thank CCSabers for sending this over for everybody to check out. I'll put a direct link and discount code for everybody down in the description so you can check out their 89sabers. They have TXQ sabers, they got a ton of stuff over there. So before we dig into this bad boy, if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this awesome 89sabers with me. I know Anakin is such a loved character of Star Wars, obviously. And if you are a returning friend and viewer of the channel, thank you so much for coming back and hanging out. Let's dig into this unboxing. Now, this version of Anakin's lightsaber is one of those that I always get a kick out of because of how he lost it. You know, that he's in that little chopping conveyor belt thing and it gets cut in half and he just gets up, holds it and is like, Obi-Wan's gonna kill me because he's a careless child. I have one of those, not fun. So in the box here, we do have our battery charger. This is a USB battery charger. And it looks like we have a couple of pieces here. All right, so we have a blade plug and we have a display pommel cap. And then, of course, we have the beautiful Anakin lightsaber here. So at the bottom here, we do have a really nicely designed gold sound vented pommel. And we do have your option to have a display pommel if you want to have it, you know, to look the most accurate when you have up on display. And on this side, we have a really nice blade plug. This is a 7/8 blade to go inside, and your lightsaber will, of course, come with a blade. Now, here on the 89sabers, we don't have the retention screw here. What is the retention screw? It's the top gold thumb screw over here, which I always love these little thumb screw retention screws. You don't have to pull out the wrenches or anything. Now, down here, you pop your pommel out, and we do have our removable chassis. On the back, we have our kill switch.
The Saber. Take it.
Now, there's no on-chassis charging port here. That's why they give us the battery charger itself. But this is a Proffie. This is a Proffie V2.2. And here we do have a couple of LED lights. I love the way these things sound, man. Such a good sound. Now, the chassis itself does have pins in it. And you can see that there's one missing one. You got that little black spot right there. So you want to line that up with the same spot inside, which is usually pretty easy. Face the control box up and face the buttons up with your 89sabers logo here. Slide that right on in and never push too hard and never twist. You don't want to break anything. It always should just snap right in very easy, just like that. I just barely push it and you feel it pop right in. Now this has a very nice weight to it. Really like this. Let's see how much it weighs. Looking at 1 pound, 1.8 ounces, and then in grams, 504 grams. Now this is a Proffie, a 2-button Proffie, and we have kind of hidden buttons, but they're right out in the open. Our silver button right here is our power, and our red kind of LED over here, that is our auxiliary, our secondary. All right, got my 7/8 blade installed. Let's give it a go. Oh, it sounds so good. This has a nice tone. Anakin's lightsaber is one of those lightsabers that I find the most uncomfortable to wield around. And it's because of the control box. You have to really find a great spot to put your hand, you know, or that thing's really going to kind of cut into your palm over here. So you'll notice even like how I'm holding it here, I do try to choke up on it, but having the buttons right there, you tend to kind of hit the buttons sometimes. So you really have to learn almost how to hold it with just your 2 fingers right around there. You know, as long as you figure out how to hold it, you're pretty good. But this is why stunt sabers exist. Control boxes. Now you can go forward on fonts by holding the saber up and hitting your auxiliary.
Smooth grip. Smooth.
And if you miss something, just flip it upside down and hit your auxiliary and go back.
Smooth grip.
To adjust the volume, hold your auxiliary for about a second. You'll hear that beep, and then you have volume up and volume down. And then go back up. And when you hit either the bottom or the top, the beep changes, and then you can just hold the auxiliary for about another second, and you're set in. If you want to go immediately into mute mode because you don't want to wake up anybody in a house at 3 o'clock in the morning because you have the urge to get out of that bed and swing that lightsaber around, you're just going to basically hit the power button twice really quick. And you go immediately into that mute mode. And of course, you can change the color super easy. You just hold your auxiliary and tap the power. And then you just give a twist. You can go really slow and really fine tune the color. Go to a nice deep red and give it the dark side Anakin. Or go to your typical nice deep blue color. And then you just hit the power button to set your color in. Now, what's really cool is that on the side here, we have these blinking lights. So these do kind of react to whatever's going on the blade. So we have a fire blade kind of going, and we're getting some twinklies on the side here. So let's swap that out. See, now we got all red.
Smooth fuzz.
Got more twinkles. So it's really cool that these side LEDs do react with the blade. Now we can obviously see where Anakin gets the inspiration to make his lightsaber when he turns into Vader. It basically uses a lot of the same parts here. We can see that the emitters are virtually the same. One's just chrome and one's in black. We've got that same kind of button style and D-ring at the top there. We've got the same buttons here in the middle. We've got the same style kind of control boxes here, but his Episode 2 lightsaber is quite a bit smaller than the New Hope lightsaber. And then, oddly enough, let's just take this out for a second. We go from this lightsaber here to Episode 3, which is obviously a complete different lightsaber. This has got that Graflex style look to it, which oddly enough, even though it's supposed to be the exact same lightsaber, completely changes from here to here. This is obviously a completely different lightsaber than this, but we are just supposed to completely believe that nothing's changed. So this is the lightsaber that Kenobi picks up, and then, you know, the very next time we technically see it as A New Hope, but really when we next see it is in the Kenobi series, and it magically turns from Episode 3 into the New Hope Graflex, which I'm never really sure why they did that, because it really should have been this lightsaber here. And I know there's going to be a whole bunch of people saying, well, Kenobi just altered it and shit. Why? Why did he alter it? There was no reason to alter it. He just picked it up and just kind of saved it, you know? And so why would he have changed every piece of that lightsaber, thicken it up to this one, change out the clamp cards? I mean, you know, it just doesn't make any sense that he would change this lightsaber to this. So you do just have to go with, well, it's the art department's problem. They changed it for whatever aesthetics that they wanted to go with, and they went with that. Now, even the metal is completely different. His episode 3 was chrome plated, and the episode 4, A New Hope, was way more of a matte finish, a brushed metal, which is basically a Graflex flash. So they just turned this camera flash into this lightsaber, which is completely awesome. I absolutely love that they just took a real world part and they just transformed it into a lightsaber. All right, that is the episode 2 Anakin Skywalker lightsaber, 89 sabers from my friends over at CCSabers. I'll put a direct link and discount code for you down in the description. Let me know what you think down in the comments of this lightsaber. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button for upcoming videos. I have a ton of lightsabers and some 6-scale figures coming up that I think you're all going to enjoy. All right, I will see you all on the next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.